24 years after 9/11, first responders in Brooklyn Center honored the police and firefighters who lost their lives in the attack. Hello and thanks for joining us. When hijacked planes struck the World Trade Center towers, first responders climbed hundreds of stairs to try to rescue others. On this 24th anniversary of 9/11, police and firefighters in Brooklyn Center honored those who ran in.
It's important to me to, as much as we can, to honor the sacrifice, the courage of those responders, and to make sure that their legacy of service lives on.
To pay tribute, Brooklyn Center police and firefighters did a stair climb at Los Campeones Gym. At exactly 8:46 a.m., 15 people took turns on the Stairmaster, dressed in full gear, each climbing 22 floors. The police officers wore roughly 30 pounds of gear, while firefighters had on about 70 pounds of equipment.
But it's realistic. Realistically, that day when they went into those towers, into the stairs, they went in full gear, and that's why we want to honor them by being in full gear.
This is the first time Brooklyn Center has done a memorial stair climb on 9/11. They hope to make it an annual event. Brooklyn Park Mayor Hollis Winston is back from a 2-week trip to West Africa. The mayor and his wife recently visited 2 of Brooklyn Park's sister cities, first making the lengthy trek to Udu in Nigeria. He then made his way to Liberia, where he visited Brooklyn Park's sister city of Kakata. As Corey Bork reports, the trip was done with cultural and economic considerations.
We went over there and we thought we would stick out as Americans. And in Nigeria, they were asking us what part of the country we were from, what tribe we were from, what region, right? Because we look like everybody else over there.
It was a trip of a lifetime for Brooklyn Park Mayor Hollis Winston, a 2-week trip in August that offered emotional moments.
And then when they went through the pillars, there was these 2 pillars that many of my ancestors went through, and it was a point of no return. Once you went through those pillars, you were not coming back.
Like visiting Badagry, the Nigerian coastal town that once served as a major hub in the transatlantic slave trade.
They rolled out the red carpet. I couldn't touch a bag.
There were joyful moments too.
They welcomed us. They welcomed us to the key to the city. They gave me a chicken to hold from it's a traditional thing, right? And I probably looked really American because I was like, is this chicken gonna peck me? But I held on.
That welcome was in Liberia, which included a meeting with the mayor of Monrovia, Liberia's capital city.
And so I want to give respect to the community, who was often very humble.
The goal of the trip was to build relationships that could eventually lead to economic opportunities for Brooklyn Park, a city estimated to have the highest concentration of native Liberians.
I think there's so many opportunities for trade, for investment, and I think our city of Brooklyn Park is directly positioned to help people take advantage of that.
The mayor believes visits like these can change the narrative when it comes to his diverse city.
You plant a seed, you don't always get to see that seed come to full fruition. There will be future generations of all ethnicities, colors, religions, right, that will benefit from what we're starting here. And to me, that's important that our city helps lead with that.
In Brooklyn Park, Corey Bork, CCX News.
Mayor Winston paid for most of the trip out of his own pocket, with the exception of his visit to Udu in Nigeria. That portion cost about $1,600, which came out of the city's annual sister city budget. The city of Plymouth is warning residents about blue-green algae blooms on Medicine Lake. Exposure to blue-green algae can be harmful to both people and animals. The city urges people to avoid contact with the water, as ingesting the lake water can lead to severe illness. A local fixture of the Minnesota art scene turns 40 this year. I share how Golden Valley's Perpich Center for Arts Education continues to inspire.
If you're looking for a place where art really shines, Perpich Arts High School may be it.
When I started here, and as I said, when I came in for my interview, I was really impacted by what I saw in the building and what I heard in the building.
Principal Rebecca Bullen says 15 years into her work, the pieces created in Perpich's classrooms feel even more inspiring.
It's equally, if not more exciting to see that process, to be in there and to see them taking the risk that it takes to get to that final project.
The school enrolls 11th and 12th graders, many who live on campus and work to develop their skills in the performing and studio arts. The school hosts performances and galleries, Students are also taught in standard subjects through a creative lens.
It also really gives me hope for the future because I'm seeing this community of young people who are leading with voice, change, empathy, and connection, and that's really exciting.
The Public Arts School has been around since 1989, founded by former Governor Rudy Perpich and his wife Lola as a space for art resources and development. But the center was founded 40 years ago.
They wanted to ensure that students everywhere across the state had a high-quality arts education.
Executive Director Allegra Smishek says it stayed true to that mission to this day.
Students come to us from all over the state of Minnesota, and the most common way I've heard Perpich described is as home.
And much like a home, students' work covers the walls. It's taken for what it is, art, and it takes it a step further.
Our students leave Perpich with such an ability to be creative thinkers and problem solvers. So not only like the beauty that enriches all of our lives as Minnesotans, but also leaders in every field.
Perpich is celebrating 40 years on Saturday, and everyone is welcome to its Golden Valley location. It goes from 1 until 4 and will have performances and campus tours for anyone interested.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku.